Rick. So for the follow-up question, unenrolled voters are comprised of many distinct groups of people. And if we were to break these down into conservative, Tea Party, and Libertarian, how will you, as chair, specifically attract these groups based on the issues that are important to them?
So again, it's the same thing. First, we have to find out what are the issues that are important to them, okay? And then we have to match those to our Republican principles. The key here, though, is we can't pander to groups based on their principles. We still have to hold true to who we are as Republicans, okay? It's individual liberty, the sovereignty of the individual above the state, and free market forces, right? Through our surveys and our polling, they'll tell us what their issues are, okay? We have to listen to them. Once we know their issues, we have to apply our very basic Republican values to these issues and bring them back into our fold. What we can't do, however, is we cannot bend our core values. Okay, we do have to understand, we do have to draw some lines. There are some libertarians who will never be in the Republican Party. And there are some unenrolleds who, though they may vote with us, may not fit in our party. But these are ways we'll specifically reach out to those groups to bring them in. Find where their values match our core values: free market forces, sovereignty of the individual over the state, individual liberty. That's how we will bring those folks into the party.
Thank you.
Sure. Let me just start by saying that everyone who identifies themselves as a Republican deserves a seat at the table. I attended my caucus, in my congressional caucus a few months back, and was very unhappy about what happened. Folks showed up there wanting to vote. Provisional ballots were not counted. I feel that that is not holding true to Republican ideals. Look, everyone's voice should be heard here. And if you identify as a Republican, whether you're a, quote, social conservative, a libertarian, it's important that you are a Republican. And as chairman, it is my job to make sure that we increase the number of Republicans, not decrease it statewide. And because, quite frankly, we are a small party and cannot afford to be kicking folks out of this party. I believe that if you have an R after your name, it is my job to make sure that there is a place for you on the ballot and there is a place for you in elected office. Because that's my #1 job as chairman, winning races. I do believe that we do have some factions within the party that don't feel that their thoughts or that their issues are being heard or that they're being put out there in the brand, and that is a problem. I think a unity summit with all of these folks, whether it be state committee members, town chairs, leaders of particular chartered organizations, folks who identify themselves as social conservatives, liberals, moderates, all need to come together. We all need to sit down, discuss the issues, and come up with something that we can all agree on for the most part. And then move forward and get about the business of winning races. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters. And the Democrats do it, and they get their candidates elected, and we are stuck on this, you're social, you're this, you're that. No, we're all Republicans at the end of the day, and it's my job to get those Republicans elected.